Hey guys, it's Jaiden and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing 15 questions that every adult asks you. I can't say it. In today's video, I'm going to be doing 15, that's 15, right? Questions that every adult asks you. Now that you saw the bumper, let's get started. So the first question is just normal questions like, how are you? How old are you? What school do you go to? You know, just like the normal everyday questions that you have to answer about 50 times when you're going somewhere. You're mentally prepared for this. Two is the one is like, oh, are you in sports? How's school going? Just everything school related. How are you doing academically? Just like the school questions. And half of them, I don't know how to answer, like especially if they're like, oh, like what do you do for projects? And they're like, here comes my speech and my lecture. Please have a seat, have some popcorn while I explain to you what I do every day. Okay, so now that you got like the personal, just like how are you doing questions out of the way and the school questions out of the way, then there's the one that every single person asks. Every person. It's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they always ask you this as a kid, and even the people ask me now, and I'm just like, if you don't answer, it seems like you don't, or like you're just not educated. Just people are walking by and they're staring at me. It's still very awkward when people see you filming yourself because it looks like you're talking to yourself, which I'm doing right now. People are saying like, what do you want to be when you grow up? You either have to have a question and then you have to get ready for the follow-up questions like, oh, how, why, what, where, when, who, why, why. And another thing is, for me, since I come from a big family, this is the fourth question, is what is it like having so many siblings? And I always don't know how to answer this question because, like, what are they wanting to hear? Like, that's the biggest thing. It's like, oh, like, how is it? And then I'm here like, well, can't be honest, otherwise you won't talk to my family again. Just kidding, my family's fine. But I don't know, it just depends on what you're wanting to know. That's the biggest question. And the fifth one is how, like, describe your friend, like, how are your friendships going? And I'm just like, good, like, nothing else. I cannot go into any other detail because, like, my friends, what happens between my friend group and I should stay in my friend group. If anyone in the world were to hear what like happens, like they'd want us to go to a mental hospital. It's not bad things. It's just like the jokes we have. It's just like, I think I added it in like the school section. Let me just put my phone down. So this is gonna be distracting. The fifth or sixth question, I don't know which one it is because you know whatever. But another thing is like, what sport are you in? Why do you do sports? Do you not? Sometimes someone says, oh, do you do sport? And I say no. Then I know. They're like, well, she just doesn't do anything then. She's just a lazy girl. It's just like, actually, no. You're proven wrong. So I have to like follow up and be like, yeah, I don't do a sport, but I do this, and then I also do this, but then I do this and this. The next question is when they refer to something in the past that you do not remember. So they're like, oh, do you remember when we did this as a kid? Oh, that was so fun. And then they're like, I don't remember. And sometimes I don't even remember the person. So I'm just like, hi, you. Yeah. Who is texting me? I'll tell her later that I'm filming a video. So these next questions I'm asking are going to be more of like, I guess teenager related or like more as you get older. One of them is, can you drive? Or like, are you driving yet? And blah, blah, blah. And they all have the same fake reaction. I'm like, yeah, I have my permit. Like, I'm driving like with my parents. And they're like, oh, you've grown up so much. And I'm just like, yeah, I guess. The other question is like, what grade are you in now? Oh my goodness, you're so big. I'm like, well, I actually can't. I can't choose how fast I'm growing. But time just flies. I know like adults think, I guess I shouldn't say all adults think this, but some adults, I guess, think that it might be cool to ask this question to a teenager. Just like, oh yeah, like, how's your love life? Like, how's that going? And I'm like, anyway, how's your garden? Just like, that's it. There you go, adults. But then there's the good questions that like really lead to really good conversations with adults, or I guess anyone. I personally like when people ask me why I want to go into film, or why I want to be like on the YouTube platform, because I really want them to like understand, because I know a lot of people out there don't understand like what YouTubers are really doing on. I mean, not every YouTuber is doing YouTube for the same reason, of course, but I think it's really cool for me to like sometimes explain. So I actually don't know how many questions I'm doing. I don't think I'm gonna be doing 15. If you hear like screaming back there, it's my sibling. I've been interrupted like so many times by them already. Another question, especially around fall season, that every parent will, or parent or adult or even a teenager will ask a little kid, well, what are you gonna be for Halloween? You know, just the normal thing. If you don't know what to say, you're like, yeah, what are you gonna be for Halloween? Another question that I would get asked is, people will be like, oh, like, what do you like to do? And I'll be like, oh, I like YouTube, and I have a channel there. And the biggest question, especially if they're just not aware of how to get on YouTube or something, they'll ask me like, oh, like, what is that, and how do I get to it? And I cannot explain it. I cannot, because the faces they make, they're like, wait, what? Because I'll just be like, okay, so you know the YouTube app, like, just search up YouTube in the App Store, and then you press on it, then you press download, and then the more I explain it, they're just like, so I have to be like, do you have your phone with you? Can I just, yeah, come here. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe. Oh my god. That was so embarrassing. So many people were on the trail, and they're just staring at my god. That was so embarrassing. Oh my god. They like walked by and they just were staring at me just like, oh, they're a bunch of adults. Another question, what the heck is she doing? Oh, that's so embarrassing. Especially that I was just like, thumbs up. Okay. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below, because I upload every Thursday. And if you guys are new to my channel, or if you are returning, thank you either way. Anyways, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.